So, welcome all of you in my today's lecture, that is from most important question series B Pharma subject in that semester third, subject pharmaceutical microbiology. So in today's video lecture we will discuss about the important questions from pharmaceutical microbiology, and these questions we will definitely helpful for you to gain the maximum marks in upcoming exams. So these are the questions also come for other government and competitive exams, other government pharmacist exams. So prepare these all the questions. This syllabus will definitely helpful for our exam. So let's start from unit first. So basically get through the first of all syllabus. So in this unit first, some basic concepts are there. Microbiology. First of all, like introduction, then history of microbiology, ओके देन इट्स ब्रांचेस स्कोप एंड इट्स इम्पोर्टेंस। तो इसमें जो हमें स्टडी करना है इसका, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इंट्रोडक्शन का स्टडी करना है, देन माइक्रोबायोलॉजी की हिस्ट्री जो डिफरेंट साइंटिस्ट उसमें होंगे उसका स्टडी करना है, देन देयर आर डिफरेंट ब्रांचेस ऑफ माइक्रोबायोलॉजी उसका हमें स्टडी करना है, देन व्हाट इज द स्कोप, so why we study this biology, so then its importance, what are the importance of microbiology. Okay, these are the some basic points in the unit first. Mainly questions asked for 2 mark or 5 mark from. Then mainly this introduction to prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Mainly some distinguished questions are coming from this topic, like distinguish between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. And ये जो पॉइंट है जो बेसिक है, यू आर स्टडी फ्रॉम 12th. Don't miss this type of questions that are very easy and helpful for scoring the marks in the exam. Study these questions very well and it will definitely helpful scoring the good marks. So नेक्स्ट जो टॉपिक है उसमें क्या है, द अल्ट्रा स्ट्रक्चर एंड मॉर्फोलॉजिकल क्लासिफिकेशन बैक्टीरिया एंड वायरसेस. So 110 mark question can be prepared from this topic. On what? Ultra structure and morphological classification of bacteria. This point, ultra structure and morphological classification of bacteria. Some similar question is for viruses. Prepare this bacteria and viruses very well. Ultra structure, morphological classification, and their different examples you can also study. So it will definitely helpful for your answers to write a well answer. Then some important point like culture media, then growth curve, then preservation methods, and one point is there, that is the total and viable count. Some examiner ask it for 5 mark, but it come for 2 mark. Discuss about total and viable count, or what is total and viable count. Prepare the question is for 2 mark, total and viable count. Then one important point is there, right? Study of different types of phase contrast microscopy and electron microscopy. This dark field microscopy is not much as important, but these two questions कौन से इसमें जो है फेज कॉन्ट्रास्ट माइक्रोस्कोपी एंड सेकंड इलेक्ट्रॉन माइक्रोस्कोपी. तो ये जो टू क्वेश्चंस है, फेज कॉन्ट्रास्ट माइक्रोस्कोपी एंड इलेक्ट्रॉन माइक्रोस्कोपी, these are very important. It can be for 5 marks definitely. Prepare these two questions very well, that is phase contrast microscope, इलेक्ट्रॉन माइक्रोस्कोपी. सो इस यूनिट में जब हम इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन की बात करते हैं तब कौन से पॉइंट्स निकल गया. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, डेफिनेशन ऑफ माइक्रोबायोलॉजी फॉर 2 mark, their importance. Then distinguish is for 2 mark, prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Then third question is on growth curve. This growth curve, it can be definitely asked for 5 marks. And what is a 10 mark question for this topic? I already told, ultrastructure, morphological classification of bacteria. on ultrastructure and morphological classification on bacteria. Then next point for 2 marks, that is total and viable count. Is total and viable count. Next for 5 mark topic are phase contrast microscopy and electron microscopy. So these are the some important point from the unit first. So let's move towards the questions. Questions can asked on this topic. Definitely go through these all the questions. Very helpful for our coming exams. Then start with the questions. So first of all discuss 10 mark questions. In 10 mark question, first question I have already told. Explain in detail about ultrastructure and morphological classification of bacteria with suitable example and diagrams. Similar question is on viruses, but mostly अ, इस टॉपिक से बैक्टीरिया बार बार पूछा गया है प्रीवियस एग्जाम तो प्रिपेयर बैक्टीरिया एज वेल. नेक्स्ट explain in detail about bacterial growth curve and what are the factors affecting the bacterial growth. जब क्वेश्चन कॉम्बिनेशन में पूछा जाता है तब वो 10 मार्क के लिए आ सकता है on the topic that is bacterial growth curve, but when it is only asked for bacterial growth curve so it is for 5 mark. ये अब एग्जामिनर पे डिपेंड है कि वो कॉम्बिनेशन में पूछा है क्या सेपरेटली क्वेश्चन उसमें आ सकता है. Prepare this bacterial growth curve and their factors affecting the bacterial growth. It can be definitely useful for your exams. So these are the two questions from the unit first. They ask for 10 marks. Then move forward to the 5 mark questions. Unit first. In unit first, I have already told that on phase contrast microscopy and electron microscope. Then distinguish between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. This distinguish can also ask for 2 marks only. 5 marks or 2 marks. Prepare for 5 marks, so you can write it for 2 marks. कोई क्वेश्चन 10 मार्क के लिए प्रिपेयर करते हो क्या 5 मार्क के लिए प्रिपेयर करते हो, तब वो क्वेश्चन आपको जब समझ लीजिए वो 10 मार्क के लिए प्रिपेयर किया है इन वन क्वेश्चन, तो जब वो 5 मार्क्स लिए पूछा जाता है तो आपको दिक्कत उसमें नहीं आती लिखने के लिए. आप कंटेंट उसमें कम स्टडी करते हैं तो आपको दिक्कत आ सकती है कब, जब वो 10 मार्क लिए पूछा जाए तो रिक्वेस्ट है फॉर ऑल prepare all the questions in the point of view 10 mark and it can be definitely helpful for your other marking system like 5 marks and 2 marks. So next fourth question is write a note on culture media and isolation of pure culture. Fifth question is define isolation and preservation method for pure culture. So these are the questions and mainly focus on questions that is phase contrast microscopy and electron microscopy, and also for this history scope applications of microbiology. So these are the important 5 mark questions from the unit first. Then move forward to the mark questions from unit first. So in that first question is define the scope and application of microbiology. इसमें जो आपका माइक्रोबायोलॉजी का स्कोप होगा और उसके एप्लीकेशंस कहाँ कहाँ हम माइक्रोबायोलॉजी का यूज कर सकते हैं इन डे टू डे लाइफ और इन इंडस्ट्रियल लेवल. So what are the applications you can write in this 2 mark question. Next question number second, define culture media and give its type. Then third question, what is the role of agar in culture. Then fourth question is what is the contribution of Alexander Fleming in microbiology. So this question is on history. Different scientists are there and their role in this subject, their contribution, like Louis Pasteur and Alexander Fleming. So this question can be repeatedly asked in the previous exams, like what is the contribution of Alexander Fleming in microbiology and what is the contribution of Louis Pasteur in microbiology. Here this question. Then what is total and viable count? This total and viable count asked for 5 more in the combination. Okay, prepare in that manner, that is total and viable count. Then these are the some questions, that is 10 mark question, 5 mark questions, and 2 mark questions from the unit first. Then move forward to the unit second. Similarly, first of all, go through the syllabus of the unit second. Then we will discuss about the important questions from this topic. So in unit second, mainly focus this unit में जो IMVAC टेस्ट है, is biochemical test, IMVAC test. Most important, that is IMVAC test. Comment down in comment section the long form of IMVAC test. Okay. So in chapter number 1, there are different staining techniques are there. Simple grams and fast staining. So this question ask for 10 mark. This biochemical test, IMVAC test, ask for 5 marks. Second, it's very important to score the maximum marks in the exam, because complete unit is important. Complete unit is important. Maximum marks can be gained from this topic, like staining techniques, biochemical test, IMVAC test, then sterilization methods. 10 mark question formed from this topic. 10 mark question, that is sterilization. Sterilization. I repeatedly focusing on this topic because this sterilization is very important from exam point of view for lengthy questions like 10 marks. Then the evaluation of the efficiency of sterilization methods. It is not much that important, but the methods of sterilization, staining techniques, biochemical test like IMVIC. IMVIC एक ऐसा टॉपिक है इस यूनिट में जो 2 मार्क लिए या 5 मार्क लिए पूछा जाता है. So prepare this IMVIC test. Next, for 2 mark, that is sterility indicators. Sterility indicators पूछा जा सकता है 2 marks लिए. So what are sterility indicators? Prepare this question. So get move forward to the questions from this topic. First of all, discuss 10 mark questions. In 10 mark question, I have already told that sterilization topic is important for 10 marks. So what is sterilization? And explain the various methods of sterilization. Type in detail about hot air oven. So, in this manner, the question can be asked from this topic, that is sterilization. Next, the staining techniques, like staining techniques, in that gram staining and acid fast staining. These are the two staining techniques are there, and it can be asked for 10 mark, 5 marks also. So prepare these for 10 mark and you can write it for 5 mark also. Next, third question is write a detailed note on IMVIC test and the different staining techniques. So, is this question in combination or also separately? The IMVIC test can be asked for 5 marks. Prepare this IMVIC test is very important. Then move forward to the 5 mark questions. 5 mark question, describe in detail about autoclave and hot air oven. And hot air oven. Next, explain the different types of sterility indicators for evaluation of sterilization. One question is, first from this sterility indicator is for 5 mark or 10 mark. So prepare these sterility indicators very well. Then move forward to the next question. Differentiate between dry heat and moist heat sterilization. जो ये sterilization topic है इसमें कोई भी point miss नहीं करना है, because this topic is very important and it is much easy. तो सिंपल क्वेश्चंस इसमें आते हैं और आपके लैंग्वेज में आप इसमें आंसर्स लिख सकते हैं. इट इज इजी टॉपिक एंड स्कोरिंग टॉपिक टू गेन द मैक्सिमम मार्क्स. So don't miss this topic and prepare this topic as much you can to write the answers in the exam. Differentiate between dry heat and moist heat sterilization. So these are the 5 mark questions. And then move forward to the 2 mark questions. In 2 mark questions, first one is write a note on Zil Nelson's staining. It is on staining. Then second question, define sterilization. Next, third question, draw neat label diagram of bacterial cell. Next, Z value and D value. So it is also on sterilization, Z value and D value. So important question for 2 marks, that is Z value and D value. Then define tyndalization. Define tyndalization also important. Next, last question from this topic for 2 mark. What is the principle of acid fast staining? Give the example of microorganism identified by these techniques. First of all, discuss the principle and then examples of microorganisms. Well, only question is lengthy, but answer is short. First of all, let's first discuss principle, and next only give the examples of identified by this technique, that is acid fast staining. So these are the some 2 mark questions from this topic. These are one important to prepare these questions. It will definitely helpful for your upcoming. Next, move forward to the unit third. Similarly, first of all, go through the syllabus. जब भी आप स्टडी करने के लिए बैठ जाए तब फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जो सिलेबस है वो प्रॉपर स्टडी कीजिए, क्योंकि सिलेबस दिया जाता है उसमें से पढ़ते ही समझ जाएंगे कि इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस उसमें से आ सकते हैं. ओके, सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल गो थ्रू द सिलेबस एंड देन स्टडी प्रॉपर. ऐसा नहीं करना है कि डायरेक्ट हम पढ़ने बैठ गए और डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन प्रिपेयर करने लगे, वैसे हम स्टडी नहीं कर सकते प्रॉपर. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल गो थ्रू द सिलेबस, देन प्रिपेयर द क्वेश्चंस, देन प्रिपेयर द आंसर्स. देन इसमें जो हम बात करेंगे थर्ड में, दैट इज फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मॉर्फोलॉजी, क्लासिफिकेशन एंड रिप्रोडक्शन ऑफ फंगाई एंड वायरसेस. सिमिलरली स्टरलाइजेशन, जो इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक हमने सेकंड यूनिट देख लिया, वैसे ही फंगाई एंड वायरसेस आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Prepare this morphological classification, their reproduction or replication of these fungi and viruses. Then the classification and mode of action of disinfectants is not much as important, but focus on this first point, that is morphology, classification, reproduction, replication of fungi and viruses. दोनों प्रिपेयर करके जाएगा, उसमें से एक तो पक्का आएगा फॉर 10 मार्क. देन third point, the factors influencing disinfection, antiseptics and their evaluation for bacteriostatic and bactericidal actions. Bacteriostatic, bactericidal देखते हैं हमें पता लग जाता है. इट इज फॉर 2 मार्क के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट रहेगा और ऑल्सो फॉर 5 मार्क. So for 5 mark, that is bacteriostatic and bactericidal actions. So evaluation of bactericidal and bacteriostatic actions. So one important question is on this topic is for 5 mark on the bactericidal and bacteriostatic actions. So prepare these bacteristatic and bactericidal actions for 5 marks, and these fungi and viruses is for 10 marks. And last, sterility testing products according to IPBP and USP. So from this topic, some 2 mark questions can be asked, but mainly focus on fungi, viruses, then bactericidal and bacteriostatic actions, and also the sterility testing products like solid, liquids, ophthalmic and other sterile products. Okay, so this is the syllabus, and then move next forward to the what are the questions asked from this topic, how questions can be created from this topic. So first of all, let's discuss the 10 mark questions for this topic, that is unit third. In unit third, so I have already told that the fungi and viruses is for 5 marks. So how question can be asked? Explain in detail about morphology, classification, application and cultivation of fungi and viruses. So detailed explanation is there for fungi or viruses. Prepare this question. It can be definitely helpful for your upcoming or other competitive. Then define and classify disinfection and explain the various factors affecting disinfection. Mainly this disinfection as it comes for 5 marks as well, but from this topic mainly 10 mark question or viruses. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इस क्वेश्चन को प्रिपेयर कीजिए, देन आपके पास टाइम रहेगा तो इस डिसइंफेक्शन को बार रीड आउट कर लीजिएगा, बिकॉज बाय चांस ये भी एग्जाम में आ गया तो आपको दिक्कत नहीं होनी. क्लासिफायर डिसइंफेक्शन इजी क्वेश्चन है. व्हाट आर डिसइंफेक्शन, डे टू डे लाइफ मध्ये उसको यूज कर ही लेते हैं. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल क्लासेस पढ़ लीजिए. देन व्हाट आर द फैक्टर्स दैट अफेक्ट द डिसइंफेक्शन. सिंपल क्वेश्चन इज देयर, that is disinfection, but this explain in detail about morphology, classification, replication and cultivation. हम आपको इंट्रोड्यूस नहीं कर सकते. लाइक रेप्लिकेशन आपको वही ग्रामेटिकली लिखना पड़ेगा. क्लासिफिकेशन देयर एंड कल्टिवेशंस. Prepare these fungi and viruses very well. Then move forward to the 5 mark questions. So in 5 mark question, I have already told bacteriostatic and bactericidal disinfection. सेकंड क्वेश्चन पर ध्यान दीजिए. राइट अ नोट ऑन बैक्टीरियोस्टैटिक एंड बैक्टीरिसाइडल डिसइंफेक्शन. In 5 marks, first question is there. Write a note on sterility testing of solids and liquids as per IP. Sterility testing of solids and liquids as per the IP. Next, third question is explain various methods for evaluation of bacteriostatic and bactericidal disinfectant. So, bacteriostatic and bactericidal disinfectant, it is must for your exam for 5 mark or as for 10 mark also in combination. Okay. Prepare this bacteriostatic bactericidal infection. Then fungi and viruses. Two questions are must from this topic, fungi or viruses. Other one is bacteriostatic and bactericidal disinfection. Next, move forward to the 2 mark questions from this topic. That first one, what is disinfectant? Example. So first of all इसमें explain कर लीजिएगा what is disinfectant and their examples. Similarly, what is bactericidal disinfection? Similarly, what is bacteriostatic disinfection? जब आप 10 मार्क के लिए क्वेश्चन ये प्रिपेयर करेंगे ऑटोमेटिकली आपके 2 मार्क हो जाएगा. सो प्रिपेयर दिस क्वेश्चन, कैन बी डेफिनेटली हेल्पफुल फॉर योर एग्जाम्स. Then move forward to the unit 4th. That is 4th. In unit 4th, first of all, let's go through the syllabus. Point out the important chapters that can be asked for the exam. So in that, designing of aseptic area, laminar flow equipments. So these laminar flow equipments are important from this topic. Okay, laminar flow equipments and designing of aseptic area. So then aseptic area and the methods of prevention. Topic is important. That is designing of aseptic area and laminar flow equipment. So, focus on second chapter, that is microbiological assay. Microbiological assay. So this microbiological assay is must as like fungi or viruses. Important from this topic. Note that microbiological assay. Then methods for standardization of antibiotics, vitamins and amino acids. Mainly focus on this topic like designing of aseptic area, laminar flow equipment, then microbiological assay. Focus this topic. Microbiological assay, then assessment of antibiotic and designing of aseptic area, laminar flow equipments. So next move forward to the questions from this topic. That is first of all 10 mark question. First question is explain in detail the design and layout of an aseptic area. Then discuss in detail the methods of contamination of aseptic area. First of all explain कर लीजिए इसमें what is the design, what is the layout of that aseptic area. Then discuss in detail the methods for prevention of contamination of aseptic area. So this question is can be asked for 10 mark. It is important. Next, second question is describe in detail the methods used for the microbiological assay of antibiotic. Describe in detail the methods used for the microbiological assay of antibiotics or vitamins. Mainly antibiotics बार बार पूछा जाता है के लिए, so mainly focus on antibiotic, then focus on vitamins. Describe in detail the methods, their methods and their microbiological assay. So these are the two questions asked from this unit fourth. Next, move forward to the 5 mark question. So in 5 marks, laminar airflow pattern. Laminar airflow pattern, that write the various airflow patterns in the laminar airflow. Various patterns in the laminar airflow. Note this, all the questions will be very helpful for your exam. Okay. Then 2 mark question, what do you understand by aseptic clean area? ये जो क्वेश्चन है, व्हाट डू यू अंडरस्टैंड बाय एसेप्टिक एंड, बार पूछा जा चुका है इन 1921. Then define microbial assay with two example. Microbial assay with two examples. So these are the some 2 mark question from this topic. Let's move forward to the unit fifth. In unit fifth, mainly focus on factors affecting microbial spoilage. What is spoilage? Then preservation of pharmaceutical products using antimicrobial agent. Then animal cell culture. Animal cell culture is the important topic from this unit. Animal cell culture and their applications in pharmaceutical industry and research. The cell culture and application pharmaceutical industry and research. Then move forward to the 10 mark question from this topic. Explain in detail about animal culture and describe the application in the pharmaceutical industry and research. Okay. Animal cell culture, their applications, the pharmaceutical industry and research. Second question is define and classify microbial spoilage and discuss the various factors affecting the microbial spoilage. Okay. Then last question is define antimicrobial agent or preservatives and explain their role in the pharmaceuticals. So antimicrobial agent means preservatives. Keep in mind antimicrobial agent or preservatives, the role in pharmaceutical. This question can also ask for 5 marks. मेनली इसमें जो है एनिमल सेल कल्चर 10 मार्क लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है. देयर माइक्रोबियल स्पॉलेज. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल प्रिपेयर एनिमल सेल कल्चर, देन प्रिपेयर माइक्रोबियल स्पॉलेज एंड देन प्रिपेयर एंटीमाइक्रोबियल एजेंट. और क्या हो सकता है, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल प्रिपेयर एनिमल सेल कल्चर, देन प्रिपेयर एंटीमाइक्रोबियल एजेंट फर्स्ट, देन प्रिपेयर माइक्रोबियल स्पॉलेज. बस ये 10 मार्क लिए आ जाएगा तो इसका कोई फायदा नहीं इधर. ये फिर एंटीमाइक्रोबियल एजेंट 5 मार्क लिए पूछा जा सकता है. So Paul prepare animal cell culture, then prepare antimicrobial agent or preservatives. In this way you can study and it will be definitely helpful for the maximum marks in the exam. नहीं तो फर्स्ट पढ़ लिया 10 मार्क क्वेश्चन, 2 मार्क क्वेश्चन फोकस नहीं किए. ओके, पढ़ लीजिए पर एक बार उसमें से 2 मार्क क्वेश्चन से आ सकते हैं, इसमें फोकस कीजिए. सो इट विल बी हेल्पफुल फॉर यू टू राइट द 2 मार्क क्वेश्चन. So next, discuss 5 more questions from this topic. Write a note on evaluation of microbial stability. Write a note on evaluation of microbial stability. The second question is elaborate various factors affecting microbial spoilage. Various factors affecting microbial spoilage. So these are the 5 more questions from this topic. Next 2 more questions. That first one, define antimicrobial agent and give its example. Question is what is animal cell culture and give its applications. These are the some 2 mark question topic. So these are the important questions from the pharmaceutical microbiology from unit first to unit fifth. Okay, prepare these questions And first of all, note all the questions, then prepare one by one. First of all, prepare 10 marks, फिर 5 marks and then prepare 2 mark question. एक बार आपने 10 मार्क क्वेश्चन प्रिपेयर कर लीजिए तो आपको 2 मार्क्स लिए इतना स्टडी नहीं करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि ऑटोमेटिकली जो क्वेश्चन से आपके प्रिपेयर हो जाएंगे इन द 10 मार्क्स. दिस फार्मास्यूटिकल माइक्रोबायोलॉजी, इट इज इजी टॉपिक, interesting, so study well, then like my channel, share and subscribe to all of you.